Now we go back to LeBron. All right, now listen. What's this guy named Stephen?
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith. I'm
Don't let him
sorry.
hear
I
that. He
want to
gonna
put
be mad as
I
hell.
want to put some respect on your sorry sir,
Angry
sorry
black guy
sir,
from
sorry
Queens.
sir. Stephen, however, listen. I respect you because what you said about LeBron and his son, all right, you already knew what it was. Don't come for my children because I'm going to come for you. And that means even if I'm playing in the court when it's timeout and I see you sitting in them seats, you're
Mm-hmm.
about to get this smoke all the way.
You gonna get
Don't
this
play
work.
with Bronny. Don't play with my wife. Don't
Mm-hmm.
play with my friends because I will take this ball and I will dump it on your head. That's all I got to say.
Okay, now for the real story. All
Okay.
right. So for everybody that, everybody should know this as well. You know, um, Stephen A. Smith had made a couple of comments early on. Uh,
Bunch of comments.
when, well, it was, I think it was
One
maybe
in
one or
particular.
two in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So he was talking about just the effect of LeBron by him being able to bring his son, nurture his son and bring his son up and have the ability to play with him, you know, on the basketball court. So the way Stephen A. Smith um, gave his perspective,
It's kind of.
it made it seem like he was talking about Bronny, but he wasn't talking about Bronny. He was talking about LeBron. And Stephen A. Smith has said as much in response to the viral video of LeBron approaching him on the sidelines at a Laker game. And clearly you could see it was a colorable conversation between the two. Didn't last but, a minute or two. But it was clear that LeBron was not happy.
Giving him the business.
You know what I'm saying?
As he should.
That
In that
accent came out.
interaction with him, talking about his son. So then Stephen A. Smith went on a couple of different,
I think
platforms,
like Gil's Arena.
and he basically was clarifying. And the funny thing about it is, in one of them, he was stating that he was talking about LeBron, and I think on Gilbert's podcast, he mentioned that somehow LeBron knew he was talking about him, but still, you came and approached him and said you made it appear as if
He was talking about
he
Bronny.
was being or he was saying, just kind of bashing Bronny for whatever reason, even though everybody could see who got eyes that although he made it to the NBA, you know what I'm saying, he still has to
He
develop.
got work to do.
He has a lot of work to do. It's clear. You know what I mean? And the Lakers did LeBron a favor because they wanted to keep him, in my opinion.
Of course.
They wanted to keep LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, okay, we'll
We gonna
bring
put
your
him on.
son in so that you could at least get to play with him for a year, maybe two.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if Bronny came in and was up to that caliber of player that would garner him the type of time that he was getting anyway
Mm-hmm.
before they sent him back, after all of the people was like, listen, the brother ain't ready yet.
So
Mm-hmm.
who's
You
in
know
the
what I'm
wrong
saying?
for this particular situation?
It's not a matter
Nobody.
of nobody's wrong. It's the thing is this. You brought your son into this industry. Stephen A. Smith gets paid
To
to
talk about
talk
people like
about basketball and sports in general. So if there's something that is captivating and it is making headlines, obviously he has to talk about it. It's his job. And if everybody could see that he really shouldn't be on the basketball, not on the NBA court right now. You know what I'm saying? Right.
But
Even
then,
but the stats are the stats. Numbers don't lie.
Facts.
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
But-
The numbers don't lie, and if the numbers say you're not ready, then you're not ready.
I think with Bron, you see, I'm not a Stephen A. Smith fan at all.
Me neither.
But at the same time, I
I-
get it. You
I
got
don't
a
like the
job.
way
Listen.
he give the commentary.
Listen.
How
You
about
got
that?
a job you got to do, and when you in the in that arena, and LeBron knows better than anybody because he's been in for over 20 years, you're gonna be ostracized and criticized from top to bottom. So basically, it's kind of like I get why he did it
Mm-hmm.
because white people do it all the time,
Who? Why
bringing
he-
his son along or whatever. But at the same time, when you in the NBA circle, you gotta understand that like you doing your son a disservice just to he could have handled that a little better. But at the same time, Stephen A. The
In
way he
hindsight,
delivers stuff sometimes, he be disrespectful sometimes. So I'm surprised more people didn't step to him.
Listen, he has
Jay-Z
he
stepped
has
to him
his
like, yo,
he
relax.
has his personality and the way he delivers information. You know what I'm saying? He has his mold.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what got people to notice him.
Well,
You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
fact.
He was really blunt. He was really blunt.
His
You know what I'm
kids.
saying? Where everybody else was trying to be politically correct.
Tippy-toe.
You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time,
And you can't
Bronny is in the arena.
disparage him.
LeBron is in that, but at the same time, there's the parent side of things, and it's like, I don't care who
Listen, if the
want to
nigga can't
I'ma
play,
give
if
it-
listen,
well,
if the nigga can't
I
play,
don't
then
care if my
he's gonna be
son
told.
made
It's gonna be said
2
that he ain't
points.
ready.
I don't. That's right. I don't
Fact.
care if my son made 2 points. If you got my child name in your mouth, I'm coming for you, and that's the numbers. How about that?
I think.
How about that?
You know what?
Period.
You know what?
Period.
Listen, then what's gonna happen is they're gonna talk about all the other players and not even give this guy stats away.
Yeah,
They're not gonna talk about him and all of that. And you know what happens when that happens? You disappear.
He's in the shadow. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
So which one you want, Bronny?
Bronny.
you gotta have tough skin. You gotta
see?
deal with it.
Okay, I get it.
And you
but-
know what? The
but-
funny thing is,
But I'm
it's
glad.
not even. I don't even think Bronny has an issue with it because he knows his
Bronny don't
situation.
get it.
But right.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't, because what's his name said that he seen Bronny. When Bronny seen him across, he had the sad face, and he said LeBron probably looked at that and was like, no, I'm going over there and check him. But my thing is, listen, all these white people over here protecting their kids and doing everything with their kids, but when it comes to us, it's an issue. And if they put their kids in a prominent position and something happens, they're gonna come to defend their kid. Period. They're going to do it. I've seen them do
Yeah,
it.
of course they do it. But
Right.
with sports is different though. You
Listen,
open yourself up to a
You
different
better have
animal.
thick skin.
You gotta have
You
thick
better
skin,
be
especially
prepared.
with
If you come out there
And LeBron know that better than
and
anybody.
you play poorly, then damn it, it's gonna be said that you played poorly. It don't matter who your father or your mother is.
Facts.
That's what it is. That's what you are there for.
But at the same time, it was entertaining because Stephen A. Smith do be borderline disrespectful.
Oh,
and I'm
man.
pretty sure there's a lot of people that been wanting niggas to come at him for years. But honestly, LeBron should have did that behind closed doors, though. I wouldn't have done it on the court. I would have went ahead and pushed up on him.
Yeah, I mean,
He
as
probably
quick
didn't
as it was,
expect him to come.
right, as quick
It
as
was a
that
reaction.
exchange was, Stephen A. even said, I had no idea that people saw that. You know
Yeah,
what
he
I'm
said it
saying?
went viral the
And
next
he
day.
didn't know until the next morning when people was telling
He
him.
wasn't even going
And
to
his,
talk about it, but his bosses said.
His boss was like,
Oh,
"Yo,
you
You gonna talk about
you
it.
gonna talk about it
Yeah.
because you the news today."
Right.
But honestly,
So-
In his contract, when he had
Listen.
to sign a contract.
a lot of people don't agree with Stephen A. Smith. I will give him credit because, I started off being a fan of his years ago until I started seeing some of his views and I backed off him. But love him or hate him, that dude came from nothing. He came from literally a
And
beat writer
I respect that though.
to a radio host
Right.
to now probably the face of sports talk in the country.
And Stephen A. Smith, I respect
and
him
he
for
got
it.
a new $120 million contract now.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
care what
he
the
got
contract- when you
got what he
somebody,
got.
He
And
came from
deserve it.
nothing.
He
you know,
deserve it.
more power to you, Stephen A. More power to you, LeBron, and more power to you, Bronny. That's all we got to say
Yeah,
about
but
that.
Stephen A. Stop acting weird though, man.
We off this.
Stop acting weird. All right.